Lovely, you're right. Can you hear me? He's back. Yeah, it's working. Evening. Hi, Lynette. Hi, Kat. Hi, Karen. Karen. Hi, Becky. Lovely. Good. So just hang on a couple of moments and we'll get started. Is this sound okay? Can you hear me all right? And is the music okay? Not too loud? Yeah? Brilliant. I've got my mic actually stuck to me tonight, so I'm hoping it should be okay. I think Karen's in sunny Portugal. Lucky person you. Although it's actually not been too bad. We've had a bit of sunshine.
I saw it was a bit nice, so yeah. So I'm hoping it stays like that for you because it's been lovely here.
Yeah. I was just saying to Michael, we went away in February last year at this time, and I can really tell we've not had that winter sun.
Yeah.
It really helps and it to give
Oh, yeah.
a bit of a boost. Yeah, gorgeous. Right, so hi Rachel and Laura. I didn't say hello already. All right, so we're going to have a session a little bit around the Pisces new moon that's coming up this week. And so if you've got your candle, and then also I'm going to work with some lavender oil tonight. So if you've got some of that as well, lavender is brilliant for intuition. So we're going to work with that as well. And then I thought we'd have a nice yin class tonight. So if you've got a bolster and just all of your usual kit and caboodle, that'll be brilliant. Just make yourself a little nest and yeah, get ready to relax. And tonight we're going to actually focus on a little story around the dragonfly. So in our dragonfly pose, I'm going to take you through a little story. Hi, lovely Edward. So nice to see you in as well. I'm so excited to see you in a couple of weeks. All right. So let's just bring ourselves in. We'll light a candle. Just taking a moment to drop into your sacred nest and yeah, just bring yourself in away from all of the muggleness out there. Come into to a bit of nourishment for ourselves. So if you've got some lavender and you'd like to work with that, we'll just bring a little bit into our hands, and you might want to just give it a little swish around your field to start with, just to clear off any silliness from the day, whatever's been going on for you. Give it all a good old wish. Just bring it into your energetic field. Lavender actually helps to smooth down the aura. So if we've been like frazzled and like, yeah, just pulled in all directions through the day, then lavender's a really good oil just to help everything like settle down and just really bring us back into, back into that place of center. So while we're using lavender oil, lavender allows us or invites us to really relax deeply. And because we're in this, we're coming up to this new moon in Pisces, which I think is on Thursday. The Pisces moon is all about like intuition and dreaming and clarity, and so this oil works really, really well. with that. And I'm going to just take a little bit of that oil. I'm going to just take it onto my third eye. So you might want to just give it a little bit of an anointing into the third eye. You can go like in a circle, or yeah, just hi Amanda, or you can just tap or a little figure of 8 in the third eye. So we're just anointing with lavender oil. So my gift to you is contemplation, calm communication, and intuition. And again, this is what we're really like inviting through this practice. So lavender is a high vibrational oil and a concentrated form of sun energy. So again, if we're feeling that we're lacking the sun a bit at the moment, then lavender is a really lovely oil to work with. The lavender transforms sun energy and invites us to vibrate at a higher level. Lavender helps us to communicate authentically, to create deeper connection, as well as enhancing our intuition. Call her to support your natural gifts at this time. And the mantra with this lovely oil is it's okay to pause, to rest, and just be. Just setting the tone for our evening together, our hour together. And then we're going to just begin a little grounding with what's called chin mudra or yana mudra. So we're going to bring the thumb and the index finger to touch, and then bringing the backs of the hands to just onto your knees. And hopefully you've got a nice waft of lavender going on all around your field now. And we're just going to close down our eyes and just bring our awareness inward for a moment. So just taking a few nice deep breaths, and you might like to create or even whisper a personal intention for this this pathway towards this beautiful new moon that's coming. So it might be something that just comes quite intuitively, it might be quite heart-led. But the new moon in Pisces is a time of deep intuition, of surrender, and of dreaming. It invites us to release control, to trust in divine timing, and reconnect with our inner worlds. So just take a moment. You might like to just begin just a small Sufi grind. So just circle around the base of your body as your eyes are closed, and just take a moment to scan through your body, just checking in with how you're doing. Hi Deirdre. And again, just really feeling into this beautiful universe of you. And just inviting the nervous system to begin to calm down, to unwind. If you feel down into the base of your body, you might like to imagine or visualize like a root. It might be like a thick grounding root. It might be a series of roots. Just feel this sense of down, beginning to ground your energy into the present moment, and allowing our roots to travel down through the floor, down through the foundations, and deeper down through layers of rock and stone, down through layers of water tables and sacred caves, all the way down to the very heart of this beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth. And as our roots arrive there together, we come together as one circle, one sisterhood. Wherever we are, our energies arrive there together. You come to a still point, really feeling into the fingers that are touching. And the Yana Mudra, the Mudra of wisdom, connects us to the wisdom of our dreams and our intuition. You just take a moment to just feel into like what is present for you right now. And just really knowing that there is a shift in the atmosphere at the moment, and you may feel it. You may hear the birds have changed their tune. They seem to be a little excited. Spring is coming. And you can literally feel the essence on the wind change. We move into this beautiful Kapha season. Comes in around about the 1st of March. And we have this feeling of maybe a little bit of excitement even. We feel a little inspired. Might be just a gentle pull on your energy to begin to crawl out of the cave of wintering and hibernation. Before we go into our practice tonight, just going to offer a few contemplations. And the first one, what dreams and visions are stirring in my soul right now? What dreams and visions are stirring in my soul right now? Where in my life am I being called to surrender and trust? How can I honor my intuition and inner knowing more deeply? Connect to your breath. Just feel your breath maybe deepen a little as the belly softens. Begin to tap into this essence of spring energy. And as you breathe in, just feel as if breathing into this essence of well-being. And as you breathe out, just releasing any stagnant energy of winter. Following the flow of the breath out. Going to just open our circle, our practice tonight, with a reading from The Woman's Blessing by Lynette Allen, and it's number 36. She released the need to hide the parts of herself that she didn't like, with candle, with intention, with thought. She had had enough of feeling less, not enough, a little broken. She gathered those parts of her from the shadows, brought them out into the open, loved them, saw their fragility, and spoke so softly to them, and asked them to shine, gave permission to be seen, to join the beauty in her, and held their hand as they rose up to meet her. She was one, she was whole, she was love. Allowing your energy to gently settle and ground. As you begin to gently deepen your breath, maybe just allowing your eyes to blink open. And maybe just take a nice stretch, just stretching your arms overhead. Oh. And then release. And then we're just going to move on to our mat. You might want to just give your shoulders a little roll though. And then we're just going to head over onto our mat now, and hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. So we're going to begin in a gentle, sassy cat. And so just finding your cat's pose on all fours. So just feeling into, again, if you need a bit of extra support under your hands, under your wrists. And the hands are going to be shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width apart. But we're going to begin with the toes tucked under. And just taking the weight back first of all, to stretch out your toes. And again, just feeling that lovely stretch. And just beginning to open up the toes. And again, just giving your feet a nice little massage as you stretch out the soles of your feet. Back up onto all fours, just give your toes a tap. Again, just releasing the energy through your feet. Tapping the roots of you. And then we're going to begin cat's pose to start. So we're going to round up through the spine. So the navel draws in towards the spine and the head drops down. And then just emptying the breath. As the next breath comes in, releasing as the tailbone pushes slightly away, belly drops, shoulder blades squeeze a little together, and head lifts. Full in breath. And then out breath, I'm going to repeat that again, just rounding through the spine, releasing any tension around the shoulders. Again, tilt the tailbone away, the belly drops, so nice and slow, so everything slows down at this time. So coming down for a lovely sleep tonight. Again, as you empty the breath, just emptying any old stagnant energy from the bottom of the lungs. Belly squeeze, a little bit of support, begin that detoxification process that happens about 10 o'clock tonight. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. the body is going to go into housekeeping mode. Start to release toxins that might have been built up through the day. So we're going to start like a circle movement now. Just circling around. Just imagine maybe that you're drawing a circle on the floor. And then maybe just bringing the hips into like a figure of 8. So just moving into some free movement that feels good for your body. Again, just following with the breath, releasing through the mouth. You might want to release with sound. And just want to be moving in a way that feels good, that allows your body to release any tension that might have built up through the day. Getting into the rib cage again. The rib cage, lots of lymph nodes around the rib cage. And it's said that the rib cage is actually the filing cabinet of our lives, so we often hold a lot around the ribs. Just letting that whole area and the diaphragm also just release there. And our first posture of the night is going to be child's pose. And you can take this in a couple of different ways. So we can come into a wide knee child's pose with the arms extended. So it's a bit more like an ancestral pose. Or you can use your bolster, so it comes into more of a restorative style. So again, just move it into a posture that feels good for you. And then once you've found that place, we're going to just settle in and tune into our breath. Again, just allowing your breath to move very easily through your body. And child's pose, very grounding posture. Again, just allows all of the busyness, the static energy to ground. A beautiful affirmation that we can use with this posture is held by the earth. I am loved and cared for. Held by the earth. I am loved and cared for. Just allowing the breath to move very easily through the body. There's no rush. Be here for as long as we need to be. Again, this Piscean energy is very much based in the water element. And so maybe we can even imagine our breath like the ocean waves moving in and out of the body. That sense of ease. The mind. To soften. Surrender. And just notice how your body's receiving this pose. If you need to release it off, if your knees are not happy, you might want to be onto your back. But again, just notice. So we're going to be always kind and gentle with ourselves. And so we're not pushing or forcing anything. But if you feel that you might want to just nestle in a little deeper for the last few breaths, then by all means do that. Taking your last 3 breaths there. Again, we're going to move back slowly to the sassy cat as a rebound pose. So now just slowly, slowly, slowly get back onto all fours. again, just move your body in a way that feels good, that feels nourishing. And again, just thinking about that water element, just imagine that your body is moving like water. And just allowing that lymphatic system to carry away any toxins, any old stagnant energy that is no longer welcome here. And if you want to release through the mouth every big sound, and really working with whatever feels good for you. Always be mindful of being kind and gentle with yourself. Then we're going to come into our next posture, which is butterfly. So we're going to come to sit. Now again with butterfly, just being really aware of your hips, and if your knees and hips are not happy with the legs like unsupported, then you might want to put your balls underneath there. And also if you find that your pelvis is sticking way back, you might want to just pop a cushion underneath the back of your pelvis. So just set yourself up in a way that feels supportive. Now, if you want to, if you find that's too much English, you can take like a long-legged butterfly where you just take the legs a bit further away, or like right in. So again, just really finding your place that is compassionate and kind to your body. If you want a double whammy with this one, you can actually thread your fingers between your toes so you get a toe stretch as well. So if you want to give that a go, it feels, once you get there, it feels quite nice. But when you get in there, it can feel a bit like you're actually breaking your toes. But if you can get a finger between each toe, it gives it a really good stretch. It's really good for the fascia in the feet. And just feeling into that, and if that works for you. And then again, we're going to lean in, so we're just rounding over the feet. And the head drops down. And then once we've found that place that works for us, we're going to tune in again to the breath. And then we're just going to hold that for a little bit of time. Again, as we drop the head in, just dropping that highly intuitive part of ourselves down and in. And the third eye center, the Ajna center, which we anointed before we began, is paired with the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is very much associated with our intuition, our creativity, that sort of gut feeling that we get sometimes when things are a bit off. And so as we begin to awaken our intuition, this can be really, really helpful for us. So the affirmation with this pose, I soften, I surrender, and I trust the currents of the unknown. I soften, I surrender, I trust the currents of the unknown. Just letting your shoulders relax and your neck relax as your head drops forward. So again, as we relax the shoulders, just letting go of any weight that might have built up there today. Any weight that you're carrying, just let it down. Just allowing the out breath to be your best friend as your hips release, your shoulders release, and your neck relax and release. And again, just with the breath, feeling into this flow of well-being. It's moving through your body right now. Allowing the eyes to be closed and soft. Maybe taking the gaze towards the third eye at the centre of the forehead. Your mind keeps wandering off, just bringing it back to the flow of the breath. And again, if that ocean waves idea helps, again, just picture a most beautiful ocean, maybe turquoise, the sun just glinting on the waves. Another affirmation here: I am fluid like water, open to the mysteries that guide me. I am fluid like water, open to the mysteries that guide me. Deep breaths there. Again, just releasing the last breath with a sigh. You might want to make a little noise, just releasing the body. And we're going to come out really slow. So again, just very, very gently walking your way out. Your body can feel sometimes a little bit broken when you come out. So again, just be really aware of releasing slow. Knees gently in if you need to give them a little support. And we're going to bring the feet to about hip width apart at the front and take your arms behind. I'm just going to take the knees from side to side. Your windshield wipers, again, just releasing out the hips and just feel how good that feels when you're coming out. It just feels so good to release off the hips in this way. Again, you might want to just use the breath as well, through the out breath through the mouth. Okay. So our next posture is dragonfly. I'm going to tell you a little story about the dragonfly as well as you're holding in this pose. So again, a little similar to the butterfly pose. If you need something underneath the back of the pelvis, a cushion, maybe. And if having the legs out in this way is just too much on the hamstrings, like if your hamstrings are real tight, then you might want to put some underneath your knees as well. We're going to bring a bolster or some pillows just in to lean into. Okay, so the feet are going to be as wide as they can be, like as wide as feels good for your body. Again, we're not overstretching, but we want to feel a bit. So you want to feel a little bit of a stretch. And then we're going to just gently lean in. Now, again, you might want to just have your head in your hands. You might want to just bring the head down. You might want to pull a blanket right over your head, or your hood over your head is quite nice just to contain the energy there. But again, just gently finding that place, the self that works for you. And once you're there, beginning to connect to your breath. And this lovely flow of well-being. This is called the dragonfly's transformation. And the dragonfly is very much about transformation, a little bit like the butterfly, actually. So once in a quiet pond, nestled deep within an ancient forest, a small nymph lived beneath the water's surface. She spent her days moving slowly through the reeds, feeling safe in the cool embrace of the pond's depths. Life here was familiar, predictable. She had everything she needed, yet sometimes she felt an inexplicable longing, a whisper of something beyond what she knew. One day, she noticed a few of her companions disappearing one by one, climbing up the stems of the lotus leaves, never to return. She asked the elders of the pond, "Where do they go?" "They rise," the old turtle replied, "but no one ever comes back to tell us what is beyond." Curious, but cautious, she stayed where she was. The depths were comforting, and she was afraid of what might happen if she left the only world she had ever known. Seasons passed, and a whisper inside her grew stronger. One morning, something in her shifted. Without thinking, she grasped onto a sturdy reed and climbed. Higher and higher she went, her body feeling heavier with every step. As she reached the surface, she broke through the water for the first time in her life. Light bathed her, warm and unfamiliar. She clung to the reed, exhausted, unsure of what to do next. Then she felt it, her body changing. Stillness of waiting gave way to transformation. Her old form cracked open from within. Delicate wings emerged, glistening in the sun. She sat in stillness, allowing the warmth of the golden light to strengthen her. And then, instinctively, she spread her wings. For the first time, she took flight. From above, she looked down at the pond that she had once been her entire world. She understood now why no one ever returned, not because they had forgotten, but because they had become something new. There was no going back, only forward into the vast sky. She danced on the wind, her iridescent wings catching the light, finally understanding what she had longed for all along. She had not lost herself, she had simply become who she was meant to be. So like the dragonfly, we sometimes resist transformation, holding on to the familiar, even when our soul whispers for more. In stillness, we soften, allowing change to unfold in its own time. As we rest in each of these postures tonight, imagine yourself surrendering to the journey of becoming, trusting that in the right moment, your wings will unfold and you will rise. Taking your last 3 breaths there. Again, we're going to come out nice and slow. And again, you might need to give yourself a little hand to bring your legs back in. And we're going to come back into that lovely windshield wiper. Again, releasing the hips. Slowly onto our back and just have your bolster or block here. We're going to come into bridge pose as our last posture, supported bridge. So just having whatever you need for that to the side. I'm going to come into cradle. So as you come onto your back, you're going to bring the knees in towards the chest and just hug your knees in. And then we're just going to rock gently from side to side, just nice and slow. And if you can, sync that movement with your breath. So you breathe into the center, breathe out, rock, and breathe in center, and breathe out, rock. So just very, very gently syncing breath and movement together. Massaging the lower back, all the spine. Just feeling that sense of slow. Going to bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent. And let's just move into a bit of a twist actually. So if you take the arms wide and bring the feet the width of the mat, we're just going to drop the knees to one side, a bit like we did with the windshield wiper, and the head to the other side. And then bring the head to center with the in-breath and the knees to the center. And then with the out-breath, the head to the other side, knees to the other side. In-breath to center. Out-breath to the twist, just really unwinding the body. In-breath center. Out-breath twist. Again, just getting into any little tight niggly areas. Then you might just find a place that you want to hang out in for a moment, maybe just hold for a few breaths. And just allowing your body to really open. And then maybe that across to the opposite side then. Again, just really feeling that sense of support in your body. And lovely affirmation here, I surrender control and allow life to hold divine timing. I surrender control and allow life to unfold divine timing. And then we're going to come back to that cradle again. So as you bring your knees back to center, and again, just a gentle rock from side to side. Then we're going to finish with a supported bridge pose. And so if you want to use your bolster or a block for this, or cushion, whatever you've got available there, I'm going to bring the feet close in on the floor, hip width apart. And then as you lift up the pelvis, you're going to just punch your bolster underneath the back of the pelvis. So it just supports. And the feet are about hip width apart. The arms can be a little bit away from the body. So you've got a bit of space underneath the armpits. Again, really supporting the lymphatic system to do its work. Chin is tucked in. So again, just getting that nice compression around the neck and the throat. So the thyroid gland, parathyroid glands are getting that bit of mental nourishment there. And just finding that place that works for you. If you prefer, you could also take your feet up onto the bed or onto a chair as well. So whatever works really best for you. But again, just allowing yourself to rest now. Breath. Then just breathe in, allowing that sense of well-being flow through. Here, I honor the sacred feminine within me. I am a vessel of dream, of wisdom, and of divine flow. I trust, I rest, I receive. I honor the sacred feminine within me. I am a vessel of dreams, of wisdom, and of divine. I trust, I rest, I receive. Taking your last 3 breaths there. Again, we're just going to release really slow. If you've got a bolster underneath your pelvis, then you can just push that knees. We're going to rest into Vipassana. And just take a moment now for deep breath. And maybe you need to cover yourself with a blanket. Again, just really feeling into this space of deep rest, sacred rest. And just feeling into the breath. Allowing the parts of the body that are in contact with the earth, let them sink into the earth a little deeper. Heels, backs of the legs, buttocks, shoulder blades, backs of arms. Like body to rest. Legs relax. Hips relax. Whole back, spine relaxed. Shoulders. Relaxed. Rest, rising, falling to breathe. Neck, scalp, relaxed. Brain dropping back and skull, a little bit more relaxed. In the breath as it moves in and out of the body, a sense of steadiness and ease. Feeling the breath like the waves on the shore. And this Pisces new moon invites us into the vastness, our being, the ocean of dreams, intuition and surrender. In the depths, there is no need for control, no urgency to rush. The waters of the feminine know the way. They teach us to soften, to listen, to flow. And they remind us that surrender is not weakness, but wisdom. The wisdom of allowing, of trust. And trusting the unseen currents beneath the surface of life. Inviting this sense of releasing the need to have all the answers. Let yourself drift to the unknown, where the most profound truths in the stillness, and pause between breaths. You'll hear the voice, so soft yet certain, ancient, yet always new. I rest now in the arms of the Great Mother, vast waters of the cosmos. Go, let yourself dream, and trust that as you sleep tonight, the universe is rearranging itself in your favor. Finish with a beautiful affirmation. I trust, I surrender, I receive. I trust, I surrender, I receive. Begin to deepen your breath. And then maybe just taking a nice stretch. If it feels good, just bring in some really gentle movements into your body. Maybe just drawing the knees in towards your chest and just giving yourself a little rock from side to side. Gently rolling off onto one side. Just curl up there for a little moment. And just really leave this reflect. How can I honor my intuition and inner knowing more deeply? How can I honor my intuition and inner knowing more deeply? Slowly bring yourself back to a seated position again. Putting the palms together, feet in your hands together. And then just pick up the palms of your eyes, just let your eyes rest. The dark And gently massaging over your face, maybe down through the neck as well, shoulders, just wherever you need. Just give yourself a little bit of love and care, a little bit of the care that you give to everybody else, give it to yourself. Yeah. I'll just really gather all of that beautiful energy up and in, all this energy, this lovely new moon, this gentle energy that's coming in for us at the moment. And just bring your hands down into your heart for a moment. Let's just bring to mind something that we felt grateful for today, something beautiful that happened, somebody said, somebody did, something that you're proud of today. Just allow that feeling to just really create a beautiful inner smile in your heart. And let that smile rise from your heart to your face and to your beautiful eyes. To open your eyes, speak again. I wish you all a beautiful, dreamy new moon. A gorgeous night's sleep. Namaste. I'm going to blow you all some light. Love you. See you all next week. See you soon. Bye, gorgeous. Night, night. Sleep well.